You are going to create a fidget today using spheres. So the first thing you want to do is name your document, your name, orb, an orb is a sphere, fidget. Next thing, you're going to start building your fidget with spheres. They need to be specific sizes. When you resize them, you want to make sure you hold down the shift key. The first orb is going to be 50 millimeters. Now you can duplicate it and create the next one, which will be a hole. And you can start duplicating the orbs you need. You will have a total of 8, actually 9, including the center one. Okay, so we have our solid and hole, and we're going to duplicate that, so we have 4 of those. And then we will resize each one. And then you need one last solid sphere that will be the center of it, of the fidget. The first one is 50, the next one needs to be 44. And always hold the shift key. The next one will be 43, 1 millimeter's difference. And the next one will be 37. So they will be 6 millimeters thick with 1 millimeter in between each fidget. So we have 37. Next is going to be 36. The hole is going to be 30. The next one is going to be 29, the solid. The next is going to be 23. So you are holding shift as you resize, dragging the corner. And the last one, which will be the center, will be 22. All right, we have all of the shapes. Now we're going to start combining the shapes and aligning them. So we need to align the solid with the hole, and that'll create the first one. I have an extra solid piece right there, which I didn't see. So I want to take that out of the way. I'm going to start with the first 2 shapes and select both of them, the hole and the solid, and then I'm going to align them by all sides in the center. So that will put the hole in the middle, and I want to make sure I group those when I'm done. So I'm going to center all the shapes, so the hole's in the middle, and then I'm going to group them, and I'm going to go through all 8 shapes, center, group, and then the last one, align all the centers, and then group. And now I have one last shape. So I'm going to take all the shapes and move them together, and I'm going to combine all of them together, but first I need to align them. So I'm going to align and make sure everything is centered or it will not work. Group. And you can go into your settings and you can put transparent on, and then you can see what it looks like inside. So next I need to cut parts of that away so it is flat but rounded. So I'm going to take a rectangle with a height of 16, and I'm going to make sure it's bigger than my sphere, and then I'm going to make another one by duplicating it. And now it's important that I line it up correctly. So I'm going to take my multi-layered sphere and I'm going to look at it from the top, make sure it's aligned, look at it from the side. I want it to cut the bottom piece. So now I'm going to combine those two, and it's going to cut off that bottom piece. So now it's going to be flat on one side. The next thing I want to do is cut or trim the top of it. So I need to raise that up. So it's going to cut the curved part off. And I'm going to look at it from all angles to make sure it's lined up correct. Okay, I'm going to make sure it's completely covering it from the top. Look at it from the side. And now I'm going to group it. And that will cut the top of it off. Now you can see some of the shapes. I'm going to look at it from the top again. And you can look at it with transparent to see those shapes. Okay, that looks good. I can look at it closely, zoom in, zoom out. And I want to make sure it is level on the work plane. Next, I'm going to save the link and put it in Google Classroom. And then I'm going to export the STL that I can use when I 3D print it.